Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the IRC Elite League Round 13 here from Hungary in a championship that has been absolutely compelling, thrilling, dramatic. And that's just been the first 12 rounds, and we have got one hell of a championship. Reigning champion Vanquish leads the way, but only by 4 points from fellow Dutchman Jamie. And then Deneen, after winning in Germany, is just 14 points adrift from the championship lead as we have a 3-car battle for the championship. But guys, do not count out the Greek driver, Hills. He is now within 50 points of the championship lead, and with a couple more good results can get himself in to the championship hunt. No, I wouldn't say either. Don't count out Jacob, who's been going extremely quickly in the last few rounds as well. But here we are, round 13, and as you can tell, this is not Sean. Sean's up in Burnley for work, so we're going old school tonight, guys.
That was the worst accent ever.
That was brilliant. Burnley, proper nailed that. So we're going old school, guys. It's myself, Dave Shaw, and Matt Sneed on commentary. Matt, how are you, buddy? And what twists and turns do you think we've got in store for this round?
I'm all good, mate. Yeah, I'm all good. Looking forward to this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Jacob, from what he's posted, feeling very confident in himself.
Jacob saying just before on the chat that he's just off the world's best time on time trial around here, and he's what, 83 points adrift. He's got most poles this season out of anybody, and if he can convert those poles into a few wins, he could very much get himself into a championship battle as well. But it's not as straightforward as just Vanquish, Jamie and Deneen being at the front 1, 2, 3. There is the calibre of drivers in this field. Any one of these guys can get a pole position. Any one of these guys can win the race and get a podium. It is not as simple as the 3 guys at the front running away with it. There can be an upset anywhere. We saw it last week. Dan Murphy had a fantastic race in Germany last time out. Hills put himself back up there. Dutch Dave, your BP, the Flying Sod's so consistent. Blaz, there is so many drivers that can take this.
Yeah, I think, like you said, we've seen with Hills. He won 2 races in a row, and the 2 after that he didn't quite have any good results. If he'd have got a couple of good points there, he'd have been a lot closer than he is now.
Still wouldn't rule him out either. He's had Germany had a fantastic drive through the field podium. I think he got second from starting at the back. So he as well is more than capable of getting himself making it a 4-horse race at the top. Sadly, no Samster again tonight. 5th in the championship. I sort of feel his championship is done. But Matt, what's your prediction today, mate? What have we got? What a race we've got in store today.
I haven't got a clue, mate. I'll be totally honest with you. I've not paid much attention to chat. I've been a bit busy in that last couple of days, but it's not one of my favourite tracks.
Really, so, I like this track. This is one of the more challenging tracks. It's like an old school track. Your mistakes are punished with the gravel and grass on the runoffs. This is an interesting, tricky track. I like these tracks. These are a challenge to drive. These can catch people out.
Middle sector just doesn't do it for me. I've never gone well here.
Well, we're going to find out. We've got 17 drivers. Another great attendance, as you can see there. A few reserves filling in. We've got all our Greek drivers as ever, and all our Dutch lot as well. And of course,
the crazy Greeks.
The crazy Greeks. And of course, we've got the Dutch, the Irish, and of course the British, and Slovenian for Blaz as well. Let's not forget Blaz. But this is going to be a fascinating race. Again, like you said, Matt, I cannot predict which race is going to go. This championship has been absolutely crazy from what we've seen so far. You cannot call it. You cannot call the polls, well, except Jacob. I think Jacob's going to be one of the favourites. But this is just, it's in the air. You know, Vanquish and Jamie.
It shows his quality, Vanquish. He's not, by his own admission, he's not had the best of seasons. But he's still at the top.
He hasn't. And to be honest with you, Vanquish, last couple of seasons we've seen from Vanquish, he's been super, super quick. He has been the fastest driver, but possibly this season he's not been the quickest driver. You know, there has been races that he's won where he's just stayed consistent, kept out of trouble, and found himself at the top of the top of the leaderboards. And if he'll keep doing that, he'll win this championship again. Two-time champion Vanquish. Unfortunately, no Slim, but I think Vanquish is the only IRC champion in the field tonight, Matt. No Slim tonight, no Andy. No, of course, Nolsey. So, yeah, Vanquish is the only champion out there at the moment. So here we go. We'll take you for a lap around. I've got no sound on my TV. So let's ride with Blaz. Let's have a lap around this challenging Hungarian, this dusty, horribly undulating track. This is a challenging track. This is quite the driver's track. Let's go on to TV pad. On board with Blaz. A long run down to turn one. Slam on the brakes. You want to get on the gas as early as possible. Nice bit of curb on the exit there from Blaz. The Slovenian driving the Toro Rosso. Then down another little small DRS zone here. Down to turn 2. This is an overtaking zone if you fancy it. And so is round the outside and inside then on turn 3. This is a possible overtaking zone. Then a real uphill straight into turn 4. This is blind in the driver's view. Hit that curb. Don't invalidate the curb on the outside. Then a tricky to get the car brake down for turn 5. Get on the gas as early as possible. Watch that rumble strip into a very tight bumpy chicane. Try and nail both curbs. Curb on the outside as well. Got a bit of traffic there as Blaz. I'm not sure who it is. Let's hope it's not in the way. I think it's New Life, the Greek driver. Blaz looks a tight lap. Not his best lap, but this should be a good banker lap. Looking neat and tidy. Yeah, now a big break. You can get away with braking late here because the track opens up on the exit. Get the gas down early. Move to the right hand side of the track, then attack into the left hand side. Watch that curb. That curb can take the front end. It can wash your front straight out. Then this is a real long right hander last corner. You've got to be patient to get on the gas. Yellow flags out in sector 3. Blaz gets on the gas early. Down the start and finishing straight he goes. And it's a 1:17.0. A nice little banker lap there from Blaz. Like what you saw there, Matt? You like what you saw?
No, he's on a lap.
Lucas goes a tenth quicker in the other Toro Rosso. So let's keep an eye on the comments as well. We're on board with Jacob right now, running very wide and on the grass. Get the comments on. Let's. Well, I'm not as good as Sean at this TV malarkey. It'll take me a while to get used to this again. I have not done this in a while, so bear with me, guys. Let's get the telemetry up. There we go. So here is Jacob, the man who has been mighty in time trial around here. So he again is going to be one to watch. This man's one lap speed is absolutely immense.
You're not live, Dave. There's only me and you.
Yeah, very funny. Here comes Jacob now on the start finish straight. I'm expecting this to go straight to the top of the timesheet, and he does by 4/10 of a second ahead of Lucas. In the background, there's a Williams of T. Samarales on the hard tyres, doing a few back. And there goes Hilzerap. There's a man who we told to watch out for. Hilzerap gone straight to the top of the timesheets in Q1. 17 runners, which means the pressure is on straight away for these guys. They need to get out there.
We've got Harry getting all nostalgic listening to Dave commentate.
It's good to be back, Harry. I'm not sure how long my voice will hold out for. But riding on board with Deneen, one of the championship contenders, just 14 points now behind the championship lead after his victory in Germany. A big win for Deneen. He needed that as he got a racing point coming into the pits in front of him. Thankfully avoids it. It's TG who has advised me to say his full name as Deneen goes into third place. Is it Fanos?
Fanos, was it?
Fanos. It's TG. Fanos. Might stick to TG, I think. Might stick to DG. To TG, I can't even say that. We've got problems. Let's just call him T. It's Dutch Dave, TGG Navy. He's got his own little fan club, usually watching. Dutch Dave, another very quick driver on his day, quite capable of getting a podium on his day, can upset the front, upset the apple cart. No sign of Vanquish yet, staying in the pits, and Jamie both, as I say that, Vanquish comes out now. Jamie just 4 points behind him. It's a dusty track, that's the problem. Track evolution is massive around Hungary. It's one of the biggest tracks, as we see Dave weaving, Dutch Dave trying to warm his tyres up. This is a big track for track evolution. It starts off horribly dusty, and same at the start of the race as well. You can have zero traction, and anybody starting on the hard tyres, it's just not recommended because they're so hard to warm up on this track surface. As Dutch Dave now building up speed, New Life and T. Samarales, I'm expecting to do 4 or 5 laps on those hard tyres. Probably get a bit of practice in. There's a Greek driver. No Ozone today. Ozone, one of the few drivers who is yet to score any points, sadly. As here we go. Let's take a ride with Dutch Dave down into turn 1. We've got reserve drivers of New Life, of course, in Haas, replacing Rocco Tony, who's not here today. We have got Famos, it's TG in the Racing Point, replacing Ozone. Poor Ozone yet to score a point in the Elite League. And I'm hoping before the season's out, he will get his point. There's BP in the McLaren. So we've got Lennon, of course, stepping in. Second race of the season for Lennon in the Alpha, replacing Slim. Slim is not here. And, of course, Samster, sadly missing as well. Racing Points have had real trouble fielding their cars this year as Jacob is out. Jacob's out. He's out full stop. He's binned it somewhere. Wow. And the man who is hot favourite for pole position will be starting at the very back of the grid. He was just 400th of a second off Hilserap. And Jacob is out. What a shock.
He's just brought on the group.
I can't see where he's done it. I cannot see where he's done it. But that's going to throw it wide open. A man who was just 0.003 of a second off the global best time on time trial has somewhere put it in the wall, and now it's going to be fun watching him come from the back, Matt.
That'll be fun to watch him coming through the back.
I'm looking forward to that. Hillsrap says, good to be back, bro. Lucas says, good evening, lads. Peter says, Sue 6 to win and go. Suck 6? I don't know.
I'll look for the name.
I'm not sure, but welcome, Peter. Are you racing? Super League driver. Good luck, everybody. Calef says, here we go, Vanquish fan club out there. As we're watching Maxi at the moment. Maxi put himself in 5th place. Good little time. The times are pretty close so far behind Hillsrap. Who else we got out there? Let's look at Flying Swords. Flying Swords, one of the most...
Dan Murphy just about to start flying that.
Dan Murphy as well. Flying Swords on one now as well, so keep an eye on those two. Flying Swords, Mr. Super consistent every time I see this McLaren driver. He is always qualifying in the top 10. And he is always a driver who... You don't see much of him. You don't see much overtakes, but he's always there in the top 5. He's having a great championship. A really quiet but getting the job done sort of championship. 8th in the championship, 57 points, 82 of the championship lead. Super consistent. Who would I refer him to in real life? Sort of a Carlos Sainz is not a bad comparison to Mr. Flying. So Dan Newtonian. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what car he's going to be in. I thought he had left the league, but there we go. It's nice you let us know, Dan Lutonian. So
if you was to call it, Dave, what would you pick as the champion then?
Oh, mate, I honestly every time. You know what, mate? I don't know, because every single one of these championship contenders seem to go well and not so well at different tracks. It's Flying Soz with a cracking time. I was talking about track evolution. There you go. Greek one too. Flying Soz in the McLaren as Vanquish goes into 3rd place in his 2nd lap. It's so hard to call because all these drivers are just so different around every track, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't. Vanquish saying that he hates his track. He thinks he's going to struggle. Lucas was a factor man who said in chat that he may find himself into a top 5. Really likes his track round here. Dan Murphy puts himself up into 9th, just ahead of New Life. Who else we got out there then? BP is still in the pit. So Lennon, former Super League driver, had a season last year in Elite. Another man who is an absolute prolific starter, usually at the back through no fault of his own. But he is a man who will make up.
Oversteer out of the last corner.
Wow. That's what we're saying. It's such a dusty, dirty track and last corner you've got to get on the gas as Lennon goes 8th as early as possible. You've got to be patient. Coming on last corner, you've got to be patient and then get on the gas, or it's going to hurt you. You go too early, your car spins round, like what, by the sounds of it, Jacob has done. Hillsrap going for another run. I think he's on the same set of tyres he did his first run in. So Hillsrap fancying a go, trying to knock his Greek counterpart off the top of the timesheet. So who's in danger? Jamie, the championship man in 2nd place, yet to do a time. BP out there now in the McLaren. Jacob, of course, is out. That is a big shot. Crazy Power out there as well. Another flyer in the Ferrari. So let's go to Crazy Power. A man who started the season absolutely on fire. A man who I really thought would be a big championship contender. He's tailed away the last few races as Crazy Power, the Italian driver. Still 7th in the championship, 73 points of the championship lead. I'll tell you what, it shows how close the championship is being when the Vanquish, the league leader, is on 139 points and that's it. We're at round 13 as Crazy Power goes third, Ferrari 3-4. And, you know, 139 points, that's nothing. That is nothing. And the fact...
The show course is that you're not just talking about one driver, you're talking 5 or 6, 7 drivers.
Which is so rare for the IRC, full stop. It's the first time in any of the IRC leagues that we have had 3, potentially 4 drivers who can win this championship, and any handful of drivers, 6, 7 drivers, 8 drivers who could be capable of a pole position and winning races around here. There's a fantastic midfield battle as well. Samster 5th, Blaz 6th, Crazy Power, Flying Souls, Jacob, Slim, BP, Yor, Navy, Dutch Dave. They're all within 13 points of each other. That is, 6th down to 13th, 14th. Lucas ain't far from that. So it's a fantastic midfield battle as well to keep an eye on as we ride on board with Fayos.
I compare a lot of the times on from Super League to Elite. And I've noticed the Super League time is roughly around 13th, 14th place compared to these Elite guys.
Yeah, well, we saw Jonathan Cox and Not That Bad have a go at Silverstone, and they were midfield. They struggled. You find with the guys who jump up from Super to Elite, it takes them quite a few races to really get in the swing of it. Blaz has done the best of... Well, of course, Vanquish, as the Hills Rap's done. The Vanquish, the Super League champion, came into Elite and won Elite straight away. He's a different talent, but Blaz has done a good job this year. Has really settled in. BP goes up to 7th place. The Dutchman, the Bredan, up there in 7th. But it is a tricky jump from Super League to Elite League. From dominating one league, as we've seen with Nolsey, dominating one league in the Super League, jumps up to Elite. It's a completely different ball game. Slim's found the same as well. He struggled at times. It's a big leap. I'll be interested to see how this year's Super League drivers go next year. Flying Sauce back out there, Vanquish back out there as well. So 4 minutes to go, and no one's feeling safe. Top 12 separated by a second.
Jamie's just gone out. Jamie's just going out now.
Jamie heading out now. So who's on the cusp? Jacob's out. So Tisa Morales and Jamie are on the brink. Tisa Morales, not a perennial qualifier, to be honest. Generally struggles in qualifying.
It's a big ride for a Wednesday night, Dave.
But yeah, I know. I was surprised myself, mate. But a very good racer is Tisa Morales. One of the most consistent as well. Only one retirement this season for the Greek driver. Could have won in France. You know, he's never had a podium except in France, where he's 0.5 of a second away from winning. Just 30 points for Tisa Morales this year. A real midfield runner, but super clean. He will pick up the least penalties out of anybody in any race. And I like watching T Sammy drive. He goes very well as Vanquish is slowing right down. Where is Vanquish? Letting the Mercedes of Jamie through. So championship leader letting through second place man of the championship and lets through that Haas.
Time spread today, more than usual. It's
well,
bigger than usual.
You say that, but there's only a second separate in the top 12, and T. Sammy was on the Haas we did his lap. Jamie is now about to do a lap now. New Life and Dan Murphy could be on the brink here as well. So let's go on board with Dan Murphy. 3 minutes to go as Dutch Dave is done. That's a risky move. Only what? A second off. Well, that could be risky from Dutch Dave, TGG Navy.
We are only losing one, though, aren't we?
We're losing two. We're losing... Oh, no, of course it is. Yeah, Jacob, so we're losing one. As Flying Soz is happy with his time, so he is done. So Dan Murphy coming to the end of Sector 1, and he's up on his Sector 1 time. So far, so good for the Englishman, Dan Murphy. Another driver from the Super League. Impressed as well in the Super League. Teammate, the Irishman Rocco Tony, not here today. His teammate today is the reserve driver of New Life JK. And this looks like a nice little look.
He's up on his previous time. How do you know that?
Because it says in the as he's up 2 temps up on his previous times. Dan Murphy is in the top corner. So Dan Murphy is going to really help his course to get into Q2 here as it stands.
Dutch Dave, he'll get in front of Dutch Dave.
Well, it's TG. Famos is done, so Dutch Dave is definitely through. Can Dan Murphy improve his position? It looks like a clean lap so far, and he flies into 8th place. Just 7 tenths off. Flying Saws at the top. That's job done. Now, what about his teammate New Life? It looks like he's just starting a lap. Jamie crossing the line and goes fastest just. Oh, the pressure was on for Jamie, and he nailed the lap. He delivered. He goes fast. So T. Sammy, as New Life is retired. So New Life is out. He doesn't beat Jacob's time. So Jacob may get away with starting 15th. But what can T. Sammy do? Can he get himself into Q2? Can he dump the Greek driver and Englishman out? Sammy, no, he can't. No. It's just 16th. And we lose 2 Greek drivers then.
He's not got a lot of airs left. I think he's got plenty of fuel. His fuel light's not on.
Well, can he go again? Ours isn't major around here. There's no major big straights, so he may get away with this. So what can T. Sammy do again? What's he got to find? He's got to find nothing. Look at the gap between him and TG. It's nothing between it. He's up. He's a 10th up in Sector 1. That will be enough to put him through into Q2. So all eyes on T. Sammy right now. Big lap here. So easy to invalidate on these chicanes. You've got to hit both those curbs. Nice exit. Didn't really bother the curb on the outside though. And again, nice tight lines through the fast sweeping Sector 2. What's the Sector 2 going to be? This is a tricky corner as well. You don't want to overrun the curb and invalidate your time. And he's just down. It's all or nothing in Sector 3 for T. Sammy. He just needs the smallest of improvement. And he will push Famos out of qualifying, his Greek counterpart.
That didn't seem tidy.
And he's given up. It's all over. Oh, what a shame. He was up in Sector 1, but T. Sammy is done. What a shame. But like I said, he's not the most perennial of qualifiers as T. Sammy. His time comes in the race, carving his way through. But we have lost New Life. We have lost T. Sammy. 2 Greek drivers are out of Q1, and Jacob, the favourite for pole, will not take part in Q2, and he will qualify 15th. So, Jamie, 4 points off the championship lead, and wow, what a time. Just ahead of Flying Sauce, just ahead of Hills Up. Crazy Power did a great job. It's so close behind the front 3. Crazy Power in 4th, and Blaz in 10th, and separate with just 4 tenths of a second. Deneen also right in the mix as well. All 3 championship contenders right in the mix, but it's Dutchman Jamie, second in the championship, who takes Q1, just ahead of Flying Soz. Great effort from Flying Soz. Could we see Flying Soz up there? We don't usually see him at the top in qualifying. He's usually a top 10, but not a driver who you know gets involved with the front battle. But this could be interesting from Flying Soz.
Second separates the top 40. That looks a bit closer.
Yeah, that's more like
it. So you him 5 or 6 tenths.
This battle to get into the final 10 is going to be absolutely scintillating, isn't it? This is going to be nothing in it. I'm going to predict. I'm going to sit my neck on the line. I'm going to say the bottom 4 that go out are going to be less than a tenth off the top 10, or just a tenth off the top 10. Let's go with that. I reckon it's going to be dead close. Everyone who's watching on the YouTube comments, let us know, who are you backing today? Where are you watching from? I know there's plenty of Dutch viewers and Greek viewers, and no, it's not your usual commentary team of Sean. He is off today, but hopefully we're doing a good job filling in for him. And Sean, if you're watching, I hope we're doing you proud, buddy. So Q2.
Give us a shout out, Sean, if you are.
Let's have it. Yeah. Anyone watching, say hello in the comments. Who you're rooting for? Who you're backing? Because now Jacob's out. This is anybody's. I'm not too sure. So yeah, Jacob overstepped the last corner. What a bummer. But I cannot wait to see Jacob come through.
Cannot make a claim for each and every one of them 14 to be in the top 10. So I think
absolutely.
We're going to be.
Absolutely. Flying Soz and Hilsrab did an absolute fantastic job. So who's first out? It's not Blaz. It looks like the racing point of It's TG, aka Thanos, aka nickname the Torpedo, with his Greek friends. I don't really want to find out why, because it could have bad consequences for other drivers. But It's Thanos. It's TG has scored points this season in the races that he has replaced drivers in. And actually, what I've seen of him, he's got 4 points. I'm not sure where he got those. Sean is the stat man. He's got the stats. As Sean in the comments says, hello from Burnley. Lol, really enjoying this. My commiserations for you having to be in Burnley, Sean. But I hope you're enjoying this. I hope we're doing you proud, buddy. So here we go. The Greek driver of Thanos will be the first man round, followed by, looks like Lucas, and then Blaz, the 2 Toro Rossos, the other Greek driver, and the Slovenian. Any Slovenians watching? Just a random thought. Has Blaz got a fan club? Give us a shout if you are.
Blaz got a fan.
Has Blaz got a fan? Is he his own fan? He puts himself down enough. Oh, and TG's off the road! And how lucky was he then to survive with a front wing and gets one out the way for Lucas. I think he's just getting out the way. He's well out the way. There goes the McLaren of Flying Soz. Wow, so he lost it on the exit of turn 3. And he was lucky not to damage his front wing. That is an incredibly lucky moment for Thanos. So I expect him to come back in the pits, or unless he's going to save his tyres. Don't forget, guys, these are the tyres that they will start the race on, and they're going to be pretty knackered for Thanos, so I'm pretty sure he will start again on a new set of tyres. So lucky man there. So that leaves us Lucas, or possibly
serving his airs, so I think he
may go again. So Lucas will be the first man to set a time in the Toro Rosso as he rounds last corner. That's where Jacob lost it in Q1. Lucas comes down now and does a 1:17.4
on the mediums.
That's the medium tyres. Sorry, I haven't got the tyres up, guys. Oh my, again, apologies. I'm a bit rusty, bit out of practice noise. So that's a really good time to be there. The hills are up at 17.0 on the medium tyres. I was telling you guys about track evolution being so big around here, and there is a prime example. That is just as fast as what they're doing on the soft tyres in Q1. BP does a disappointing 18.5, but he's in the hards, and Vanquish as well. The hards aren't working for him. These hards on this track surface, it's a horrible, horrible tyre. I don't.
Karting has commented in, hopefully make his return soon.
Good man. Good to have you back, Carter. Another Super League driver, another very quick Super League driver as well. We're on with Dutch Dave on the hard tyres as well. And he's lost it! Dutch Dave has lost it! He's in the wall! He survived! He's not lost his wheel! Dutch Dave hits the wall, exactly what Jacob did. And he's a lucky man to get away. He's lost half his front wing, but straight away, Dutch Dave has got it all to do. This is a slippy track. It's catching people out. I hope the Super League drivers are watching and taking notice. That's it's getting interesting. Maxi up there in 3rd place on the medium tyres. Great job there from Maxi. As yeah, Vanquish. BP's pitted as we are on board with Jamie. 2nd championship, and Maxi is done for the session. So he does, as Jamie goes 7th on the hard tyres. I think that was more of an outlap.
Trying to warm them up.
Yeah, this is not. It's not really a good race tyre. These hard tyres. There's not many straights, and it's a difficult track for tyre warm. You know, even the soft tyres can be tricky to warm up. So interesting what strategy we're going to see later on. But Hills are up and Lucas.
Would you prefer to start on them or finish them?
Oh, I'd hate starting them. Cold tyres, full tank of fuel. No, thank you. No, as Maxi and Blaz are done. They do not fancy a run on the soft tyres. They're quite happy to either gamble and race in the mediums in the top 10 or start on a fresh set of whatever they want for the race. So that's interesting. So Jamie going around again as hard tyres, 2nd run. If you're going to qualify and start on the hards, you need to do 2, possibly 3. I would do 1 very...
There's a few... There's 4 drivers at the minute trying the hards.
But they're not. Well, Vanquish is still only 6th place and still quite a way off Flying Soz, who's up there in 5th on the medium tyre. It's not working. Let's see what Jamie does now. You want to do 2 very slow, or not very slow, actually. You want to do 2 outlaps and then a flyer like Jamie's done here. As Jamie goes, yeah, only 6, only a 17.9 for Jamie on the hards. Possibly what in fact he's out of hers, so that'll be Jamie done. That hards, and then all of a sudden Jamie and Vanquish now under pressure.
I think
first...
Vanquish has been he's into the pits.
So Deneen out of the mediums, the man third place in the championship, looks like he's about to finish a flying lap here. 16, 117s, 180s. This has been not the better laps for him either. In fact, it was invalidated. So he is going again by the look of it. So that's not going well. The three championship contenders currently struggling in Q2 at the moment. Dan Murphy out there on hard tyres as well. Has he seen what the guy's doing? Dutch Dave as well has done 2 laps in the hards and yet to record a time. The hard tyres are not dialing in. Lennon also out there on the medium tyre. Will anyone gamble for the softs, I wonder? I would.
Hills all right on the softs. His time was softs.
No, it was mediums. He's just put softs on in the garage. So, but he is 3 tenths. Hills are up. The man in 4th place in the championship, 50 points off the championship lead, is the man who looks in control at the moment as Jacob's left the session. Hopefully Jacob will rejoin, because we want to see him charging through the field. So we're on board with Dan Murphy at the moment in the Haas. What's he do? He's backed right out of that. I think in fact he's saving his earth. So Dan Murphy is doing what Jamie did. So doing 2 out laps, get those hards fully up to temperature, which even that in itself is tricky. And he's going to go now. As who's just gone second? It's Deneen! Deneen's gone second, less than a tenth off Hilserap. And the drivers who are 3rd and 4th in the championship are currently 1 and 2 in Q2 and 2 and 1 in the championship. Jamie and Vanquish are 7th and 8th and on the bubble. Vanquish will be going out on medium tyres. He's got his mediums ready to go. But Dan Murphy has a Flying Soz. Wow, it's a Greek 1-2. Flying Soz has got some real genuine pace right here. However, he's done 3 laps already on those medium tyres, and I don't know if I'd want to start with well, including in-lap and out-lap, 4-lap-old tyres. Flying Soz is done, so he's going to start on mediums that have done quite a few laps. That's an interesting gamble from Flying Soz.
Jacob's joining back his PS4 at a meltdown.
Oh, it's not good. Poor old Jacob. Jacob, by the way, he did us a fantastic Elite League promo video. If you haven't seen it on the Facebook page, please check it out. It is brilliant. The guy is one clever guy. And we're very appreciative of that, as Dan Murphy's going to improve, but I don't think this lap from Dan Murphy is even going to get him out of 10th. I wonder if he'll abandon this or carry it on and do a banker, but
it won't get him in.
Lennon's done a horrible first lap on his mediums as well. So here comes Dan Murphy. This hasn't looked too aggressive. He hasn't, it puts him 9th. That's not going to be good enough though, I don't think, as let's go on board with the Italian in a Ferrari. Crazy power. It's every Italian's dream, isn't it? What's he doing at the moment? Nice to see him up there as well. Yeah, there we go. Jacob has rejoined. Any comments from the YouTube, Matt? I keep forgetting to look. This is harder than I remember. I don't know how Sean does it every week.
But he does it well. Got to give him credit for it.
He does it very well. Karting, I'll make my return soon. Yeah, that would be fantastic. 5 minutes to go in Q2. Who's on the bubble? BP, Lennon, Crazy Power goes into 4th place. And
Maxi and Blas could really struggle.
Yeah, Maxi and Blas. I with track evolutions big round here, like I was saying, and Maxi and Blas are really going to be in trouble. Because Crazy Power's now gone 4th. That should see him through. But if anyone puts on, there we go, Fanos. Soft tyres for Fanos. He's about to start his flying lap now, so surely this will put him in the top 10. And that will put Vanquish and Jamie under serious pressure. However, we're going to lose 4 drivers, and in fact, Fanos goes fastest. It's a 16.7, it's a Greek 1-2-3. And it's TG Fanos rises to the top of the timesheets. And as it stands, championship leader Vanquish is 11th and out.
He has to go again.
Well, we've got a surprise here then. That's throwing a cat amongst the pigeons. So Fanos quickest. As here comes Dutch Dave, here comes BP, here comes Vanquish. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Jamie very shortly as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Lucas. Lucas may have to go again. Crazy Power may not be safe. Lennon's gone 5th, by the way. I've not seen that. Cracking drive, cracking lap from Lennon. So he's gone 5th.
Harry's just said that he thinks Blaz and Maxi made a massive gamble.
They're not going to get through. Surely Track Evolution, Vanquish is going to improve. Dutch Dave and BP are surely going to improve. I think we're going to lose Maxi. I think we're going to lose Blaz. I think we could lose Lucas if he doesn't go out. Who is the driver nearest to completing a lap then? I think it's the BP who are on board with now. The Dutch driver, the Bredan, one of many Bredans in the IRC in Super League and Elite League. And he will be the first driver in the bottom danger zone to complete a lap. So let's see him come down into a big braking zone to turn 1. So easy to snatch a brake. BP in fact did snatch a brake slightly coming to turn 1. So easy to lose it, and the exit at turn 1 as well. Catch that curb and it can spin you right round as well. Very tight line from BP through turns 3 and 4. Now let it go on the exit, not even bothering with the curb on the exit there. A very tight exit, and he's 2 tenths up. That won't be enough as it stands though. BP under pressure here. That will only put him up to what? Vanquish?
11th, yeah.
He needs a bigger improvement than that. Can he make it up in sector 2 around the chicane? Oh, big exit. That's more like it. Got the gas really early. You've got to nail these curbs. Oh, a bit too much though, but it picked up the dirt there, did BP. It looks a scruffy lap from the Dutchman here. What is it? 7 tenths up? Well, what do I know? 7 tenths up, but
still not going to be enough.
That's not going to be enough still, and he's run wide on the rumble strip. That's going to cost him time. Snatches a brake again. It's going to be an improvement for BP, but I don't think this is going to be enough. 7 tenths, only put him 10th where Jamie is. Jamie's still in the pits, by the way. Here comes BP now. Can he get outside the top 10? The answer is 7th. It's a huge last sector. And Lucas is going to have to go back out. Jamie is back out. On board with Vanquish, the championship leader. He's 7 tenths up as well, so he's going to improve. Maxi and Blaz are looking into the abyss here. They're surely gone. Lucas needs to get out there as well. Crazy Power may be safe. BP still might not be safe with his improved lap. Let's find out. Here comes Vanquish. Lucas out now. He needs a very quick out lap. Vanquish goes 6th. Vanquish is not at the races today. Blaz is gone. What can Dan Murphy do on the soft? Dutch Dave is going to have to cross the line now as well. Can Dutch Dave improve? Can he push Maxi out? Can, well, Lucas is up against it. Lennon is done in 5th place as Dutch Dave starting his lap now. So let's go on with Dan Murphy. He'll be the first one to complete his lap. Lucas is going to have to leg it round on medium tyres, which he's already done a lap on. So he's on the same set of mediums as Lucas. Nobody wanting to gamble on the softs except Thanos. He's going to be fun to watch at the start. He's going to get a massive jump. It's a long run down to turn 1. Those soft tyres will give you such a big advantage. Thanos is my man to watch at the start. Let's hope this torpedo reputation does not come back to haunt him though.
I said I hope not, because we're going backwards.
Yeah.
It's that. I know it's only Q2, but it's an impressive turn.
It is impressive. Look at how close these times are. I said it was so close in this session, and we're getting that again. There's the PP coming in the pits. Here comes Dan Murphy. Can he get himself out of the top 10? No, it's 11th place. And look at the times. Look at the times. There's nothing in it. Dan Murphy has just missed out. Dutch Dave will be next. Jamie is also out there on a flying lap now. Q2 is over. So BP is done. Crazy Power and BP will be nervously watching. The times are incredibly close. What can Dutch Dave do? Round down, start, finish straight. Can he get himself out top 10? Yes! Into 3rd place. That pushes Lucas to 10th. Maxi is out. And Jamie running wide on the hunt. Jamie, 2nd place in the championship at the moment. It needs to be the lap. The pressure is on here. Coming in.
Half a second up. It's going to be tight.
So half a second will put him right into the top 5. Denis in 5th, by the way. He is through. Lucas we will look to cut to shortly. BP could be on the brink.
Lucas is up to a 10th.
This is all on this. Dan Murphy is out. Unless he rapidly improves, and oh, Mr. Cool under pressure. The Dutchman Jamie goes 2nd, less than a 10th. Now it's all eyes on Lucas then. Lucas heading out. He fancied himself as a top 5 driver before this race, and Lucas goes 6th, and BP is out. BP is out by exactly 1/10 of a second from Crazy Power, and Dan Murphy is out. The whole field was separated by 8/10 of a second. quite...
Just watching Jamie and Lucas, then they must have made 4 or 5 tenths in the last sector each.
Track evolution. They timed to perfection. And the last car over the line in Q3 could well have a great shot of pole position. The whole field separated by 8 tenths of a second. I don't know how Sean does this. I'm knackered already.
Go on then, right. Dave, pick one. Pick one.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah,
actually, you know what? No, actually, you know what? Flying Sods. I'm going to go for Flying Sods first ever pole. You're going to go Jamie?
I'll go with Jamie. I'm a big fan of his.
So I'm just getting some water, guys, because I need it. Greek, Dutch, Greek, Dutch, Greek, Greek, Irish, English, Dutch, Italian. Lovely mix in the top 10. So Lennon is flying the British flag. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I think that was poor. I'll do a Sean. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Top 10 separated by half a second. That is what we love to see. Either way, Vanquish scraped him by just over a tenth. The championship leader, is genuinely struggling. Can we see after this race a new championship leader? Could Deneen jump the championship? It's looking a bit overcast as well, isn't it? Q3.
Didn't Vanquish lose the lead last January?
No, he got it again, I think. Got it back. Jamie and Vanquish are constantly swapping the top spot in the championship. Here we go then, top 10. Let's do it again. This is going to be, I honestly believe, the last car to cross the line is going to take pole position. That's my only prediction. Other than that, I haven't a clue. So soft tyres, all these drivers should have plenty of soft tyres. Lucas is the first man out, so Lucas will get the air time in the Toro Rosso. He's rapid.
There's a few heading out early. I'd maybe left it a couple of minutes.
Get the banker lapping. Deneen out there. Flying Soz also following. Blaz is usually an early... Blaz is out, of course.
It's gone.
As I was saying, this is Blaz's biggest problem is qualifying. He's sixth in the championship, but all his drives and all his races are literally drive through the field races. If he can just sort his qualifying out, as Lucas doesn't want to bother with the chicane, if he can just sort his qualifying out, he could be getting regular podiums and possible championship contender. Could Blaz? I don't know why he wanted to retire so early. A bizarre call from Blaz and for Maxi. It didn't work out for Maxi either. And those two could have easily been in the top 10 if I hadn't bailed out so soon. But guys watching on YouTube, who do you reckon? Who's going to get this pole position? It could be literally any one of these 10 drivers. And of course you've got Thanos. It's TG, a surprise top 10 appearance. And Lennon, first time in the top 10 for him this season. So here we go. It's right on board with Greek driver Lucas in the Toro Rosso.
Do you think he prefers to qualify and start on the harder tyres? Because his is race pace, isn't it, when we're qualifying this season?
Yeah, but...
No, sorry, in Super League last year was his qualifying pace, but the elite guys are untouchable.
Yeah, but if he's going to do one run on the mediums, why not leave it to the very end, like Jamie did? Why go out so soon and just retire when the track's at its worst? Same as Maxi, I can't help but feel that if they have plans to do the one run, and Lucas spins over the chicane, and that's his time invalidated. Lucas got way too heavy into the chicane. It's so easy to snatch a brake. It's such a late braking zone because it's uphill, so you can get away with getting on the brakes late. But Lucas just lost the front end completely, and that is his lap done. So let's look out for Flying Soz. Flying Soz, a man who seems to be absolutely flying around here. Tim Butler reckons Jamie for pole position. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see past Jamie. He looks like he's got some real pace. He could really take it to Vanquish today in the race. But let's see what Flying Soz has got. This is a rare foray for Flying Soz up the front. Is he completing a lap? I think he is. So he's in the 113s, 14s, as 116.4 for Flying Soz. Well, I think that will be beaten. Let's see what Dineen does. Dineen crosses the line and he goes a 16.3 for Dineen. And Vanquish seconds. Wow, just off. As they're all crossing the line now. So, who is next? Next is Crazy Power. Look at these times. Top four separated by just a tenth of a second here. Hills are out. Vanquish, Flying Soz, Crazy Power. Wow. There is nothing in this right now. Can't hear, Matt. Turn your mic up. Or talk louder, Matt. So Dineen had his lap invalidated. So he's going again. So Dineen in a bit of trouble. His lap got invalidated. Dutch Dave out there now as well. Can he join the party at the top? Front four separated by just 4/10 of a second. Let's go to Lennon because he'll be the next man to set a time. Oh, but he's run horribly wide, runs over the chicane, so his lap is done. And so many drivers are running over that chicane. We saw Lucas do it, and Lucas went straight back in the pits, by the way, after his mistake, and now Lennon's done the same. So, let's see what Dutch Dave can do.
Dineen is off track.
Yeah, Dineen messed up his lap. I expect Dineen to come in the pits. All eyes on the Dutchman here, Dutch Dave, one of three Dutch drivers in the top 10. We've got what? 1, 2, 3 Greeks, 4 Greeks, and 3 Dutch. An Englishman. And of course an Italian in the top 10. Dutch Dave, can he get himself right in the mix? Can he get himself up the front? How much is that track evolution playing a part now? Here he comes around the final turn. We've seen 2 drivers. We saw Jacob Binnett there. We saw Dutch Dave, of course, lose it in Q2 there and luckily survived. Urs runs out. Dutch Dave, it's just nothing to do but put it flat out and invalidated as well. Oh, the pressure's really getting to these drivers. Lennon pits. So, Jamie and Lucas are out there. Jamie, the favourite for pole now. Jacob's out the way. Just 4 points behind Vanquish in the championship. What can Jamie do? 9th, without a time yet. Nice and slow, builds himself up. Now that's what you do on an outlap. Take a nice wide entrance into that final corner. It gives you more speed, more exit speed, and a tiny advantage coming down the start finish straight into a big braking zone to turn 1. Down the gears into second gear. Jamie on the gas so early, and in fact caught himself out. Bit little DRS there for Jamie. Only 4 drivers have done a lap, and yet 8 of them have tried. 4 have failed. Can Jamie get a lap in? 26, 8, and oh, did he cut the inside curb there?
Yeah, that looked.
I think he's invalidated that. Oh, and he definitely has, because he's off the road. Oh, the pressure is on. And I'll tell you what, Vanquish is sitting pretty. So, that's his lap done. Lucas going again. Can Lucas do a time? The drivers are pushing too hard. Like I said at the start, it's such a slippery, dusty track. You need to respect it. Now, Lucas coming round. Can he get himself on the leaderboard? Oh, runs wide. The final turn is at 9, validated. It will lose him time. It did lose him time, and he goes 5th. And Lucas had high hopes for this one. He's going to have to get in and go again very quickly. Flying Soz already back out there. Is he planning 3 flyers? Because Flying Soz, my tip for pole. But this is early. This is his final run. This is really early. Unless he's going to do one now, then come in the pits and go back out again, but that is going to be close on time. Dineen back out there as well. These guys don't care about being last over the line. I'm the track at its best. These guys just want to get a lap on the board, especially for Dineen and Thanos, who is also out there on track. Just 5 times, only 4 competitive. What can Flying Soz do? I didn't see his first sector time. I wasn't paying attention, my bad. But that looked beautiful. That is how you do it on the exit now. Can he hook up his curves?
I think Lucas can improve on that time.
Absolutely, yeah, he does a scrappy well. He lost a bundle of time in the final turn, did Lucas. Now, what is Flying Soz doing? And he's a 10th down. Now, will he abandon and come in and save himself for a final run? Because he was 1/10 down in his personal best, which will not be enough. Will he come in? No, he's going to go on. Well, this may scupper any chance for the final run. Can he get himself in the front row? Can he get himself in provisional pole? The answer is... oh, he improves! But look, he misses out by 12, 14 hundredths of a second from Vanquish.
he may just get back in and back out again.
And if he doesn't, he may rue going so early. Here comes Dineen, the Irishman. 14 points off a championship lead. 6th place at the moment. He jumps to the fastest. A 1:16.1 for Dineen. And there you go. Wow, I did not call Dineen. In fact, I've never seen Dineen have a pole. Who's next? Here comes Thanos. Flying Soz is going to have to leg it round and then get back out again if he's got another set of soft tyres, as Hilzerap is out there. So we're in for an absolute fascinating battle for pole. It could be any one of these guys, honestly. Jamie is getting ready for another lap. Lennon hasn't done a time yet. Dutch Dave invalidated his. Lucas is more than capable of going quicker. Vanquish also now out there. So Hilzerap and Vanquish.
I think Thanos is going to get back in.
Well, Thanos is on a flyer now. It's Flying Soz. Flying Soz has got back in. Flying Soz has made it. So can he get back out in time for a final run? But here comes Thanos. It's TG in the racing point. Looks a little bit tardy so far. Nice final exit though. Down the start, finish straight, and goes 7th. 7th place for Thanos, and that'll be him done. Only a second off the top. Shows how close these times are. So Hilzerap on his outlap on a flyer, because it said there he was up in sector 1. So this is a flyer for Hilzerap right now. Oh, but running wide. That may cost him there a bit of crucial time. He's a 10th.5 down from Denis. Running wide again. He's up. But is it going to be enough? He's up again. He's not purple though. Can he nail this last sector and get himself on provisional pole position? Dutch Dave is done. He could not get a lap done. That's a surprise there for the Dutchman. So Thanos will be at least 9th. As here comes Hilzerap. DRS wide open. Over the start, finish straight. And does improve, but not enough. We are talking small margins. Hilzerap will not be on pole. Dineen survives. Vanquish is next. Here is Vanquish now. About to complete sector 1. And he's a 10th up. Oh, there's a Red Bull facing the wrong way. That will be Dutch Dave then. Dutch Dave facing the wrong way and out. Here's not gone well for Dutch Dave, but can Vanquish, who is up, he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Could Vanquish get pole position? I did not call Vanquish. Vanquish.
I've got to stick with Jamie.
Oh, he said he's going to struggle around here, but Vanquish could be a man who could rise to the top. Championship leader. He is 2 tenths up as it stands. If he can hold it together, he'll be on pole position. Provisional pole here. Dineen's not going back out. He's got traffic. No, that's a Mercedes behind him. Is that Jamie flying behind him? No, Jamie about to start flying lap, isn't it? So here comes Vanquish. Last corner now. Is it enough for the front row? Is it enough for provisional pole? It is! It is by less than a tenth. A 16.1 for Vanquish. And the gauntlet is laid down to Jamie. The championship leader is on pole. The third place.
Lennon's going to be the last one to set a time. It was the last one.
Here we go. Flying Soz is done. He's not made it. So Woody Roo going out so early. 3rd place man, the championship Dineen is 2nd on the grid. 4th place man, Hilzerap is 3rd. We could have the top 4 in the championship in the top 4 qualifying positions here. Crazy Power is done. He is 5th. All eyes on Jamie right now, coming up to the chicane.
It doesn't look that fast.
I didn't see his sector 1 time. Thanos doesn't improve. Lucas out there as well, and Lennon. Oh, he runs horribly wide, Jamie. Has that just scuppered it? Thanos is done. He will be 7th. Well, as it stands, 7th. Jamie, I think this is invalidated, you know.
Yeah,
I'm going to think this is invalidated. Jamie could be starting in... And Lucas! Oh my God! Lucas is on provisional pole! Where's that come from? Where has that come from? Can Jamie knock him off? He does! Wow! My God! He smashes it! And Lennon goes into 6th place! Oh my word! Oh, Lucas's dream of his first ever pole position is blown to smithereens because Jamie has absolutely destroyed the field. Half a second. How about that? I did not see that lap coming.
To be fair, I didn't see Lucas's lap coming.
Wow, what a lap by Lucas. And he said in the chat before this race, he fancies a top 5. And I've said in chat, when Lucas is good, he is good. But my God, Jamie, half a second. How about that? Fantastic! Look at that. Well, behind Jamie, it's real close. Lucas all the way down to Thanos in 9th, just 4/10 of a second. Dutch Dave, no, sorry, Crazy Power in 8th. Thanos is quite some way off, and then Dutch Dave had an absolute nightmare. And Jamie has, well, he's got to be favourite to be leaving this round championship leader.
Yeah, look, Lucas has beat some very fast drivers there. He'll openly admit he's not one of the fastest, but he's just put in the lap, I think.
And don't forget,
his best laps.
And don't forget, Jacob is still to come through the field. And I cannot wait to see what Jacob does. So here we go then, guys. It looks pretty dry. I've not seen the weather forecast, but I think that some of these guys really wanted rain at the start. So guys joining now, don't forget, I'll give you a run through the championship as they do their formation lap. But what a qualifying that was, and what a lap from Jamie. That was all queued up for you, Matt, and you've missed it. So Jamie will be on.
Sorry.
What, if it's the silence?
Just checking the comments.
Oh, okay.
I was just checking the comments on the YouTube. Galeth, fantastic job, Vanquished. Let's go.
Let's go, Vanquish. Well, Jamie down in second. Well, the championship, all the championship contenders are in the top 4, in the top 10. But this is going to be us waiting for everyone to load up now. Did Jacob make it in, by the way? Yes.
He
So we will see him. We'll run through the championship standings as we get ready for the formation lap, which we go now. So round 13 from Hungary. And an absolute...
Talking of formation laps, Dave, do you like the way the Elite League do them?
Well, I don't really have a say on it.
Although it looks like some people have stayed on the pits now.
Yeah, you've jinxed that. So, pole position, what a lap from Jamie. Second in the championship, 4 points to just to Vanquish. One opportunity for him to lead this championship. Second place, Toro Rosso. Lucas, what a lap. Now, Lucas is down in 14th in the championship. And he has really put the cat amongst the pigeons there. Vanquish championship leader by the 4 points from Jamie in 3rd place. Dineen, the Irishman, 3rd place in the championship, just 14 points off Vanquish's 4th. Hilserath, 4th in the championship, 50 points off Vanquish is in 5th. Lennon, yet to score is Lennon. But this man, Lennon, is a prolific starter, and if he gets one of his hot starts like he can, he could upset the front as well. Flying Soz, Mr. Consistent, 7th is literally his favourite position. He's 8th on the championship. He's a usual top 10, but I think he's got more pace than what we're seeing there. Crazy Power, 7th in the championship. Crazy Power is only 9 points ahead of Flying Soz in the championship. Then we've got it. We'll have to hurry this up. It's short, I'll track this. Yeah. Then we got Thanos. Then we got Dutch D, BP 11th, Maxi 12th, Dan Murphy 13th, Blaz 14th. Jacob, watch this man come through. Medium tyres for him. The guys in the hards are going to struggle at the start, I think. It's TG, Thanos on softs. Jacob 15th, Tisa Morales 16th, and New Life in 17th place. And now I've done it too quick. Here we go. What the comments on YouTube saying? Who is going to win this race? It's never as straightforward as the guy at the front runs away with this one. Blue Boy, a bit echoey from the commentator with the deeper voice. That's Matt. Matt. Well, you're clearly not. The formation lap is too serious. Super League did it better, says Harry. As all the lights are on, so here we go. Jamie on pole from alongside Lucas. Who can get the jump? The lights are out, and it's go! It's a good start for Lucas, and Lucas takes the lead off the line. Jamie's had a bad start. Can Vanquish jump him? Lucas leads the pack into turn 1. Vanquish alongside, gets on the brakes early. Are they all going to make it through? It looks pretty clean and tidy so far.
Very clean.
Good driving for the Elite Boys, and some of the guys at the back holding it back, but Jamie is up into 3rd place on the inside of Lennon. Lennon has made a good start. We said that Lennon's a superstar. Where's Deneen gone? Jamie's starting way down. He's already in 3rd place. Deneen is down in 8th. It's not worked for him. Hillsrap retains 5th place as they all fly through the quick right-hander. It's Lucas from Vanquish and Jamie from Lennon. Lennon having a go here at Jamie, looking down the inside. That is not overtaking place. He's in a Mercedes sandwich there. There goes Flying Swords. Dutch Dave up to 7th place. Deneen. Vanos in his soft tyres. BP up to 10th. And dare I say it, everyone's made it through turn 1. And everyone's made it through lap 1.
Whatsoever.
Position changes. Jamie is down to. I don't think he is. I don't think that's quite right there. But Deneen.
He started on pole.
Oh, of course he did. Sorry, my bad. But Lucas from Vanquish from Jamie, from Lennon, from Hillsrap, from Flying Swords, from Dutch Dave, Deneen, Thanos, BP on the top 10. Dan Murphy's made a place and so has Jacob already, but Lucas fastest lap. And Lucas leads
Stop the race now.
in dry conditions. He's a master in the wet. But in dry conditions, and down the inside goes Dutch Dave on Flying Swords. Can he make it stick? Flying Swords will have the inside into turn 2. Side by side, no DRS, don't forget. No, Flying Swords shuts the door on Dutch Dave. Dutch Dave up 3 places already. A great start for the Dutchman there. Lucas, I've never seen Lucas lead a dry race. He of course led in Belgium in the wet conditions. He felt that race got away from him. A race he could have won. He made the wrong strategy call. And now, is this his chance to get it right? Is this his chance to win his first ever IRC race?
He is small little shoulder.
He is a second ahead and Vanquish, and yet again, literally every single race this year, the front 2 in the championship, Vanquish and Jamie, end up wheel to wheel, and here they are again. Vanquish 2nd, Jamie 3rd, Lennon 4th, Hillsrap, Flying Swords, Dutch Dave, Deneen, Thanos not really making progress on his soft tyres yet. BP right behind him. Crazy Power's down 3. What a shame for Crazy Power. Blaz freaking down there in 15th place. New Life and T Sammy on their hard tyres keeping up at the back. But look, Vanquish is Jamie right behind him. And Hillsrap wants to get past Lennon quickly as well. DRS will be open on this lap. There you go. Jacob on Dan Murphy, and here he comes down the inside. Can he get it stopped in time? He's on the medium tyres, Dan Murphy on the hard tyres, and Dan Murphy picking his fights well there. He knows he's on the harder tyres. There's no point fighting him there. He might give him a little look on the inside, thinks better of it. And Jacob is up to 10th place, and now behind Crazy Power in the Ferrari. So, meanwhile, back at the front, Jamie is right behind Vanquish. Lucas is 1.2 ahead. Could we have a new winner? A shock winner. Lucas is 14th for the championship. Missed the apex of chicane there, though. That would be a warning. What a brilliant camera view that was. It looked like Thanos there was getting way out of shape in the chicane, down in 9th place. Vanquish, they all run wide there. It looks like you've got quite a bit of leniency on that outside curb.
It looks like he's in a rush.
Jacob wants to get the front. There is the Renault in the background of Balance Jacob. The man who is one of the fastest players in the world on time trial, and he is coming through. But in the meantime, Lucas leads 1.6. Vanquish, he's struggling a little bit. 1.6 behind Lucas, and now Jamie will have DRS. And will Jamie pass the championship leader? It's second in the championship versus top in the championship. Down the inside. Oh, it's like Schumacher Barrichello all over again. Down the outside goes Jamie. Can he get it stopped in time? Vanquish on the inside. Yes! What a move by Jamie around the outside. DRS again. And they're queuing up behind. Oh, we've got a driver off. It's Thanos. Oh, and he's in the wall at turn 1. And the torpedo on the soft tyre, that is now
torpedoed himself.
He's torpedoed himself. That's an uphill task, but Jamie can now get on at getting at Lucas. As Jacob, 3-second time penalty. He did not pass.
He does pick up the penalties.
He does, but look at this queue behind Vanquish. Nose to tail. You've got Jamie, Vanquish, Lennon, Hillsrap, Flying Swords, Dutch Dave, Deneen. All the championship contenders, all 4 of them, are in this battle. As Dutch Dave picking up the dirt, and BP not too far behind. There are their tyres. BP, in fact, is in a great position here on the hard tyres and keeping up with the medium shod tyres in front. 1.8 for Lucas. Look at the Vanquish train. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nose to tail. Will Lennon have a go? Can Lennon get himself a podium? Lucas fastest lap of the race, followed by Jamie with 20.6. Now Lennon closing on the championship leader. Down the inside in the Alfa Romeo. Can he get through on the inside? Yes, he can. And Lennon passes Vanquish. Vanquish going backwards. Where is Hills-a-Rap? Not quite in touch. Oh, side by side, Flying Soz and Dutch Dave are going at it again. Dutch Dave will have the inside. Will he keep his foot in? Yes, he does. Flying Soz around the outside. How did they not make contact? And Deneen trying to get through. Jacob off in the background. In fact, Jacob, I think, is off. Oh, Lennon's off. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Lennon from third place. He's lost his front wing. He got on the exit. He must have hit the curb on the exit at turn 4. The fast right-hander. And he was third place in the race. He's now at the back. And Jacob. Oh, and there's more action because BP's off the road. What is going on? And BP is out. Oh, and now New Life's off the road. What is going on? We had a clean 4 laps. Jacob front wing damage as well. Wow, we had 4 clean laps followed by this chaos. What happened there, Matt? Have you seen anything like it? Jacob's got front wing damage.
I was just flicking through. I've seen.
Jacob.
I just clicked on when Lennon was coming back onto track.
So Jacob pits. In the meantime, Hills-a-Rap and Vanquish not close enough. Wow, so BP's gone. Lennon, who was third in the race, has spun. Jacob, who was charging through, has spun. And now, all of a sudden, the likes of Dan Murphy, Maxi, Blaz, Tisa Morales are all in points-paying positions. Or near the points-paying positions. Dan Murphy's up to 9th place. Great effort from Dan Murphy.
On the hards as well.
And the way these guys are holding each other up, it may come to them later on. Lap 6. Wow. 6 action-packed laps so far. Lucas just 1.5 ahead of Jamie. How will Lucas approach this? How will he defend from Jamie? I think Jamie is the faster driver, but how hard will he defend it? He would love a podium with Lucas.
Has Lucas had a podium?
He had. Didn't he get one in Belgium? I think he held on for one in Belgium in the wet, dry conditions, but he would absolutely love one on merit, on dry conditions as well. I don't think he's ever had a dry podium. Vanquish still struggling, just trying to hold off Hills-a-Rap at the moment. Flying Soz keeping a watching eye, and Deneen. Dutch Dave has dropped back a little bit now as well. Hills-a-Rap had a poor exit. In fact, Hills-a-Rap may be finding himself defending from Flying Soz here. Double.
BP retired after losing his wing, which is put in the track.
Oh, what a shame. BP was looking in good position as well on his hard tyres. Hills-a-Rap hasn't quite got the straight line speed, and Crazy Power. Has he got ahead of Dutch Dave? No! Too late on the brakes for Crazy Power, and has to settle in back behind the Red Bull rear wing. And behind him is the hard shod crew. It's Dan Murphy and Maxi. And they're starting to close in on these guys now. They've kept it clean. And here they come. And Blaz, as ever, involved there. He's in the medium tyres. And there is Tisa Morales. And there is New Life, the 2 group drivers. And Jacob.
Vanquish is holding Hills-a-Rap and Flying Soz up.
The problem is, even with DRS, Hills-a-Rap doesn't seem to have the straight line speed. He needs a better exit out of the final turn, does Hills-a-Rap. Because Vanquish seems to have the exit out the corners at the moment, which is keeping him ahead of Hills-a-Rap, Flying Soz and Deneen. Because Jamie has gone 3.7 seconds ahead already. Ahead of Vanquish, and now within a second of Lucas, as Crazy Power's got past Dutch Dave. As Dutch Dave got a bit of damage, seems to be struggling a bit, so Crazy Power nicely fighting his way through. As Dutch Dave pits. Jamie's fastest lap, so Dutch Dave does pit. Maybe he did have damage. Will they change that front wing? Hills-a-Rap.
Maxi on Dan Murphy.
As we've got Flying Soz and Deneen going side by side. Oh, they make contact. Flying Soz creeps down the inside. Deneen still cannot get past. So Dutch Dave puts on the hard tyres. I'm not sure what the strategy is like around here with the hard tyres. They should go to the end. A long stint for Dutch Dave though. So like I said, you just cannot call these.
The likes of Jacob and Lennon and T. Gino are praying for a safety car.
Oh, they're going to need it. Hills-a-Rap penalty. That could be costly. He's the first man to get a penalty. Jacob does the fastest lap with 1:19.5. Wow. And in the meantime as well, oh, look at this. Lucas, who's led from start to lap 8 so far, is under serious pressure from Jamie. Jamie is absolutely in his groove right now. There's the Vanquish back in the background. In fact, it looks like Flying Swords could be having a move on Hillsrap any time. And yeah, Maxi right behind Dan Murphy. We'll keep an eye on that. But look, there, Jamie taking a wider line. He wouldn't have been the DRS of Lucas. Can Lucas hold on? If I was Lucas, I'll be trying to undercut Jamie and pit early. But when do you make the move into the pits? DRS open for Jamie.
Traffic he come back into.
Well, he'll be behind Dan Murphy, behind Maxi, behind Blaz. They'll probably fit in as Thanos is out. I've not seen where it is. And New Life. It's safety car's out. Wow. Oh my words. So the torpedo has caused the safety car. And oh, Jacob speeding under drive-through, speeding under the pits now. So New Life responds straight away. But the problem is for New Life, he was already on the hard tyre, so he's gone to the mediums. That they will not go to the end. Oh, Deneen! Deneen, 5-second penalty. He's lost a bit of his front wing, hitting the back of Flying Swords. That's huge for the man third place in the championship. Oh, this race has just been turned upside down completely here. And if you're Lucas, and if you're Jamie, Vanquish right now, do you pit early for the hard tyres? This is going to play right into the hands of Dan Murphy. Could lead this race on Maxi if these medium shod tyre cars do come into the pits.
What would you do, Dave? What would
we're not even halfway. We're not even near halfway. Depends on what the safety car will be out for 3 laps. So let's say lap 12. Hard tyres to do a lot of laps. It will do it, but you'll be slow. Anyway, Lucas is doing it. Jamie does it. Vanquish is going to do it, aren't they? Vanquish, Hills are out, Flying Swords, Deneen. Deneen's have to change his front wing, by the way. Poor Deneen. What a bummer for him. Watch those limiteds. And Deneen passes. Well, Blaz gets the pounds picking on the. Blaz passed Flying Swords in the pit lane. Oh, and they were queuing at Mercedes. Of course, Hillsrop had to queue. Look, he's had to wait for Jamie to go through.
Everybody know Someralis is pitted.
Does T Sammy lead?
No, second.
Oh, T Sammy.
Which could be good for Lucas if he could hold Jamie up.
Well, absolutely. So Lucas has his Greek counterpart T Morales on 9-lap-old tyres in second place. Jamie Vanquish, Flying Soz, Dan Murphy pits in 5th place and now on the medium tyres, but I wonder if he'll have to stop again. Maxi did the same. Crazy Power. Hills are out. Wall. Hills are up and Deneen with the 2 biggest losers. 9th and 10th. That has not worked out. That really hasn't worked out. New Life. Blaz gets a second reprieve. And so does Jacob.
I don't think it helped anybody starting on the hard, did it?
Well, it really didn't, but
6 laps too early, I think.
Jacob as well gets a reprieve. There was a few penalties. Matt, could you just see what the penalties were that were handed out in that crazy period there? Because I've got a feeling some of these drivers have been slammed with a penalty. We're on lap 10. Will T. Morales play the rear gunner for Lucas?
We have got a drive-through for Jacob, a 5-second time penalty for Deneen, and a drive-through for Blaz, speeding under the safety car.
Wow. Deneen, awful news.
The safety car's
so Deneen now 10th and has that penalty. I know Hillsrap's got a 3-second penalty as well. It was looking so good for those two, and now all of a sudden, and at this stage of the season, these are championship implications right here. Deneen's having 14 points adrift, and all of a sudden, Jamie and Vanquish could yet again be the 2 drivers that extend their gaps to everybody else at the front. But as Blaz pits again, what's this?
I hope he's not trying his draft.
Well, you can't do it on the safety car, Blaz. They're going to change your tyres, son. And they're out. So that's not going to work for Blaz. Are we going to get the fairy tale new winner? A midfield runner at that, Lucas. As Blaz fancies are on the soft tyres. Alright.
I think that draft show's not giving him much option, to be honest. He's got to try something different.
Well, he's playing for another safety car, isn't he? Jacob will be the same. So it could come in this lap, it could be the next lap. Lucas he will love that Williams behind him. It's a beautiful sight for him. It's his Greek mate, Tisa Morales, on 10-lap-old hard tyres, who could be a bit of a traffic jam. Any comments on the old YouTube?
No, we've got Harry. Is Vanquish try saving or struggling for pace?
Well, Vanquish generally... Every
this
race...
thing will be interesting. If he falls back this time, I think he's obviously struggling for pace, because I don't think you have to save tyres now.
Well, they don't, but they've got Dan Murphy and Maxi behind them on the softer medium compound, who could really get amongst this battle at the front here and could really cause trouble for Flying Sauce and Vanquish. Flying Sauce, safety car in this lap. I can't see it. I cannot see it. That's a big stint. Hungary is not the best on tyre wear either, so that's a tough ask.
That's what I said about the safety car coming in 6-7 laps too early for them that started on the hards.
Lucas backs them up. Here we go. Lucas and leads them round. Can he get the jump on T Sammy? He's got a lovely jump on T Sammy. Fresh, hard tyres for Lucas, and away he goes. It's a Greek 1-2. It's Lucas from T Sammy Morales. Who on earth would have called that?
Slow Jamie down.
Well, let's see what happens. T Sammy Morales is in his own race, of course. He's got a chance of some rare points for himself. But who would have thought, as Deneen passes Hills out, who would have thought that we would have had a front two of Lucas and T Sammy Morales before the event? Two drivers who are outside the top 10 of the championship at the moment. But look at this, Jamie does not want to hang around. T Sammy Morales defending the outside. Good defending from T Sammy Morales, and already Lucas has got a 1.5 second lead on these two. It's literally run for the hills, Lucas. Run while you can, because
Jamie's going through, yeah.
Extend now, because Vanquish has not gone with Jamie. Again, Vanquish slow on the restart. Flying Soz and Dan Murphy and Maxi resume their battle as well in 7th and 6th. But look, 2 seconds already. Lucas, this is your moment now. Absolutely go for it, Lucas. T Sammy runs wide. That's going to hold. Oh, and now Jamie on the inside. Vanquish runs wide. That gives a gap to Flying Soz as well. T Sammy Morales just holding on. Look at the queue. Vanquish is struggling. 3 seconds. Lucas has them, and T Sammy Morales and Flying Soz at the run and Vanquish. Jacob and Buzz pit for the drive-throughs, but Flying Soz can get past Vanquish. He can. Down the inside. Turn 1. He'll have the inside. And through! And there's Dan Murphy and Maxi on the medium compound tyres. Vanquish is sinking here. Jamie's still behind T Sammy Morales. T Sammy Morales is the cork in the bottle here, because he has got everybody behind him. This is playing beautifully into the hands of these hard runners, because for these medium runners as well.
So if Dan Murphy can get them tyres to the end, he'll be in a good show back.
Yes, but as Maxi trying to move on Dan Murphy down the inside. No, not there. This is extraordinary. If they get those tyres to the end, those tyres are going to be knackered at the end. That's the only downside. It's a gamble, but it could want to pay off here. Lucas now leads for 3.2 seconds. T Sammy Morales on 12-lap-old hard tyres is doing his Greek counterpart the world of good. Can we get a new winner? A shock new winner at that. The championship contenders are struggling again. The championship leader Vanquish is in 5th. Second in championship, Jamie. There's Flying Soz! Can Flying Soz get in here on Jamie? DRS now open. T Sammy's time in second could be up here. And I've got a feeling it is. Will Sammy go defensive? No, Sammy stays on the outside. Didn't put too much of a fight in the end. Did Jamie run too far wide? No. And Jamie has 3.6 seconds to make up. T Sammy can't fight back. I think he's got tyres to fight back. Now, Flying Soz is the next man to try and get past. And look already, Jamie is off. And it's Flying Soz's turn as we've got side-by-side action between Deneen and Crazy Power here. And it looks like Deneen is defending for everything he's got here from Crazy Power. Hills are up there in 10th. It's just not working. Lennon, 3-second penalty. Jacob in again. Oh, contact! Who was that, Matt? Who was that front wing?
No, I didn't. I was looking for board with Dan Murphy.
Was that Flying Soz hitting the back of T Sammy? Because all of a sudden he's struggling. Who made that contact?
Yep, wing damage.
Oh, what a shame for Flying Sauce. And Dan Murphy trying to move on Vanquish. T Sammy now horribly taken. And he's gone! He's gone! He's off! Oh, what's he doing? Oh, my word! Has Maxi just hit Dan Murphy off the road?
Yes, he
did.
And
Maxi, he's out! Flying Sauce is out! It's got really messy. This has got messy. Oh,
that was messy.
That was horrible. I think Maxi took out Dan Murphy from what I could see. Dan Murphy will be fuming because he was lining up a move. Vanquish still can't pass T Sammy, but he's now been reprieved because of all the drama behind him. I'm surprised there wasn't another safety car in that as well. So Maxi has got front-wing damage. He clearly made contact with Dan Murphy. As
I'd like to see what happened to Flying Sauce because it wasn't.
Oh, he's out! He's been hit by the Ferrari of crazy power. Maxi should have picked for a new front wing. He didn't. He lost his speed, and they are dropping like flies.
See if you've got any comments in the chat room.
So Maxi's now gone. Jacob pits for the millionth time.
He's pulled in the time, steady 3.6.
So this is it's just this has got slightly. Where did Dan Murphy go? So Dan Murphy is in 10th. Has he got damage? Do you know what? I think Flying Soz. By the way, I think that's his first retirement. I was thinking from Flying Soz. He lost control, rejoined, and I think Dan Murphy was possibly trying to avoid Flying Soz, and Maxi just went straight into the side of him. What a shame for Dan Murphy. No, I can't either. Meanwhile, Tisa Morales, in all this chaos that's going on, has more contact, and Dutch Davis lost his front wing, and he hit Dan Murphy. Or did he hit the back of crazy power? Oh, it's so. And New Life spinned it. He's gone. They're dropping like flies here. It's time to a race of attrition. Where's New Life gone? New Life's gone somewhere in turn 2. My action absolutely everywhere here. This race.
Vanquish on Morales.
Surely Vanquish, and this is costing him massive because he's 6 seconds off the lead. By the way, Lucas is still 3.2 ahead of Jamie. But T Sammy, 15 laps on those hard tyres now, holding up the championship leader, and the Hills-A-Rap's gone! And he's facing the wrong way! Hills-A-Rap is out! We are down to 11. Are we down to 11? Yeah, we're down to 11 runners. Who wants points? T Sammy could score points here. Dan Murphy.
We could score some good points today.
Vanquish now on the back of T Sammy. T Sammy's got some good straight line speed, but Vanquish did the DRS Open. But Deneen may fancy a run here. Vanquish on the inside of T Morales and through down the inside of turn 1. Can Deneen, the Irishman, follow through as well? DRS Open. He'll have to go around the outside. He's going to make him work for it here around the outside. He's going to give it a go, you know. And, oh, great move. Bit of contact there, but T Morales, I think his tyres are giving up. Dutch Dave in the pits for a new front wing. Blaz up to 9th place. What an absolutely mental race. Yellow flags again in sector 2.
The gap's come down to under 3 seconds, but I'm just looking at the ERS. But Lucas
is saving it, yeah. Look, 81%. ERS for Lucas. Jamie, who runs horribly wide, 21%. So Jamie giving it everything. And Deneen and Vanquish. So as it stands, I think Jamie and Vanquish should be tied at the top. Although they've got a
it was Maxi that hit Dan Murphy.
It was, yeah, I know. Yeah, that was.
Sorry, I was on your inside and you left no room.
Yeah, I think they were trying to avoid the spinning Flying Soz. That just got crazy messy. Unfortunately, Tifa Morales holding his own in 5th place in those warm tyres. I wonder if he will stretch these out and try and go on to softs at the end. And meanwhile, Deneen, 3rd in the championship, right behind the championship leader, Vanquish. 2nd place behind the championship, Jamie is now 2.6 behind Lucas. Lucas, who was robbed. A bad strategy call robbed him of a chance of his first ever win in Belgium. He hasn't been at the front since then. That was about 4 or 5 rounds ago. He's been stuck in the midfield. But is this Lucas's chance to win a race? He's 2.8 and holding his own, I've got to say. Crazy Powers backed off from Tisa Morales. Dan Murphy, who could quite easily be in that battle for 3rd place, there in 7th. Lennon, who we saw facing the wrong way earlier on, 8th place. Blaz of soft tyres, 9th. Dutch Dave 10th. Jacob, who's pitted, I'm going to guess 5 times. 4 times is there in 11th. Fastest lap of the race.
4 times.
Needs that top 10 for that fastest lap to count. Position changes. T. Morales hasn't pitted. Is Deneen having to go on Vanquish? Oh, he's going to be close enough. He's going to be in the DRS. Can he get a good run out in the last turn here? Jamie's got the gap to 2.6 at Vanquish, the championship leader. Now has to hold on. Oh, and Deneen's had a great exit here. T. Sammy pits for what will probably be medium tyres. Now Deneen on the inside. Can the Irishman get the job done? Yes, he can. Lovely move from Deneen. He needs that. And now, as it stands, Jamie would lead the championship. Oh, this is mental. Who would have thought that a driver 14th in the championship would be leading the race?
I don't want to tempt fate, but I know I called Jamie from the start, but I'd love to see it pop up with a 3-second penalty for him.
Well, Lucas hasn't got one yet. Did Deneen? I think Deneen picked a penalty in the safety car confusion. So, by the way, T. Sammy pitted and has come out into 8th place, so T. Sammy could be on for a nice little haul of points. Still up 8 places. He's done a great job as T. Sammy.
Deneen has got a 5-second time penalty.
Oh, 5 seconds. That's costly for the Irishman.
Has he served that?
Under the safety car. 9 laps. I don't think he would have, because he did it as he came in for that stop. And he won't be stopping again, so he will probably have...
Served it on his pit stop.
No, I think he got it as he did his pit stop. I think it was a pit lane infringement, wasn't it? I think he got it as he came in the pit, so he wouldn't have served it. In which case, he will have 5 seconds taken off. However, he's already 1.1 ahead of Vanquish. He needs to go. If he can finish ahead of Vanquish, he will get even closer to the championship lead, especially if Jamie finishes 2nd. But now down to 2.1 seconds. So where are our battles? All of a sudden, Lucas got the penalty! Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking. Lucas, who is pushing for everything he's got, picks up a penalty from Jamie. And now, as it stands, Jamie will be leading this race. Deneen's got some rapid speed. He's actually catching the back of Jamie. 2nd in the championship is 2nd in the race. 3rd in the championship is 3rd in the race. But the championship leader, Vanquish, is 4th. 4th place in the championship, Hillsrup, is out. He will score nothing and could fall behind Blaz and Crazy Power in the championship as it stands. So we need a J. I'm not being horrible, but I would love to see Lucas win this, and we need a Jamie.
I think it would be
we need a Jamie penalty here. We need a Jamie penalty here.
Telling him to let him win.
We can't let him win, but we need a Jamie penalty. But will Jamie know he's got a penalty? If he's listening, yes. If he's asked Jeff, yes.
I can't help but feel Dan Murphy would have been...
Dan Murphy would have been probably 3rd outright by now.
Yeah.
He will feel hard done by. Because the safety car worked for him and Maxi perfectly. Dan Murphy and Maxi just had to keep their noses clean. And they would have been right in this mix for 3rd and 4th right now. Instead, Maxi unfortunately went slam into the side of Dan Murphy as they were avoiding the spinning flying sods. And then all hell broke loose. The Greek drivers of Hillsrup and New Life decided to really stir things up. But look at this. Jamie now 1 second behind Lucas. And flying. Does Jamie know he's got a 3-second penalty? How hard will Lucas defend this? This is all of a sudden, from the drama we had in the first 16, 17 laps, it's all of a sudden spread out, but the fight at the front is about to heat up.
I don't think Lucas will push it that hard because he knows his battles.
Well,
he's out and out. Like says, leading merit today.
New Life said he lost his brakes. Did New Life spin on his own? Did New Life hit anybody? I didn't see. I didn't see what happened. BP said.
He hit Dutch Dave.
Oh, he hit Dutch Dave. Ah, so that's what happened between those two then, right? Damn, there's been a bit of scrappy racing out there. 1.1. Lucas will see that Mercedes getting ever bigger in his mirrors. Vanquish now 3 seconds off Deneen. Deneen might well get that 5-second gap to Vanquish and hold on to a net P3 here. Sammy's catching Lennon. Dutch Dave as well, having his own little race. Blaz and Jacob. Can Jacob score a solitary point? Oh, I had such high hopes for Jacob. I cannot believe the mistake in qualifying. Can't help but feel if he gets it all together, stays consistent, he could be a man to challenge for a championship down the line. Lennon said, I love wing damage. Has he got wing damage now? Is that what's going on? He's doing well to message. But oh, hang on, in the meantime, Jamie's now in DRS of Lucas for the lead of the race. Lucas has led every single lap. But Jamie is now right tucked under his rear wing. Will he break the Greek? Will he break the Greek hearts? Will they be smashing plates against the wall if the Dutchman can pass the Greek here? Come on, Lucas. We need a Jamie penalty here.
I think we need a spin.
We need a spin, anything, but Jamie will be taking lead of the championship as it stands. With Deneen in third, we would still have, well, the front three would get even closer. With Vanquish, the reigning champion and championship leader, currently in fourth place and being caught by Crazy Power. That gap's coming down.
Vanquish's lead, 2 points.
It was 4 coming into this. So they'll be tied. I think they're tied now. But if Jamie takes the lead, Lucas looking a little bit ragged. Come on, Lucas. Oh, Jacob, it gets from bad to worse. He's about to be lapped. That was not the idea of the race that Jacob had in mind coming into this. But he will go on to Italy. Don't forget, no Belgium. We've had it already this year, so Italy will be next. Now, Lucas lost his rear. He lost his rear on the final exit. And now Jamie, he's going defensive though. He'll make Jamie go around the outside. Here comes Jacob up the pits, but good straight line speed from Lucas. And Jamie just tucks in behind. Jamie doesn't seem to be pushing it too hard. I wonder if he knows that Lucas has that penalty. I'm intrigued to know how many warnings Jamie's on right now.
You said that there, but he had his ERS to overtake. Lucas was on number 3.
Lucas still, they're both on not ERS right now. Deneen has the 5-second gap to Vanquish, but Vanquish has been caught by his Ferrari teammate Crazy Power, the Italian, catching his teammate rapidly. Vanquish could drop down to the place here. Dan Murphy is now 5 seconds adrift. That gap between Dan Murphy, Lennon, Sammy and Dutch Dave is all maintaining at 5 seconds. Meanwhile, the battle at the front is... oh, that's Jacob. Now, this is interesting. Jacob's got the back of him. He's on brand new... Well, he's on newer medium tyres. And
they've got to let him go.
Probably want to unlap himself. And if I was them, Jacob's going to be quicker. Let Jacob go. He could be a distraction here. I hope not a bad one. So, here we go again. Now, will Jacob... Yeah, you know what? Wise move from Jamie. Jamie doesn't open his DRS and lets Jacob go. Will Lucas do the same? Ooh, Jamie getting a bit hot into turn 1. Don't take out the leader. These hard tyres now, 15 laps old. I tell you what, these hard tyres are going to have to do 20... These hard tyres are going to have to do 25 laps. They could be a bit knackered at the end, and no way are those mediums getting to the end. I think Dan Murphy may have to pit again, unfortunately. That might open that will open the door to Lennon. But look, Jacob pressuring Lucas here. Lucas is going to have to try and let Jacob go somewhere. Though Jacob runs the risk of a penalty from Jamie here. There's Deneen. There's Deneen! Deneen's catching them. I didn't see that gap coming down. Deneen's 3 seconds adrift. Can Deneen get himself in this? Crazy Power now 2.4 behind Vanquish. Are we building up to a nice climax here?
I've not seen Deneen get a penalty either, has he?
Yes, 5 seconds. Don't forget, 5 seconds. So he's got that gap over Vanquish, but can he get himself involved in the front too? Because I've got a feeling, will Lucas let Jamie go here? It's got to be distracting for him. The red arrows, the yellow Renault in his mirror.
I don't think he's got an option, to be honest.
He's going to let him go. I've got a feeling here. Lucas does let Jamie go. Don't make contact, boys. Oh, it's close. It's close. It's close. So now Lucas, as Jamie gets back within DRS of Lucas, Deneen now 3 seconds adrift. Crazy Power still rapidly catching Vanquish. Lennon starting to catch Dan Murphy. Sammy starting to catch Lennon. There's some battles brewing here. A little bit of
Lucas could do with holding on to the back of Jacob.
Jacob and getting his DRS. Yeah, I wonder if that's on his mind. Good shout. Because Jacob was going to pick a penalty for ignoring blue flags. That's inevitable right now. So a bit of a lull. First 17 laps of absolute craziness. We're into a bit of a lull right now, but this is building up nicely. Deneen is catching these front two. Jacob's gone. I don't think he's going to hold to his DRS at all.
No.
Although Jamie is in DRS, and there in the background is Williams and Deneen. Crazy Power 2 seconds behind. Dan Murphy's pulled back out. T Sammy is rapidly catching Lennon now, so that's going to be a battle to watch out for. Dutch Dave is catching T Sammy, so we've got some battles brewing. We could be in for a fantastic final few laps, but now yet again, Lucas and Jamie resume their battle. Lucas has led all 26 laps. He does have that penalty though, as Jamie down the inside. Ooh, I thought for a minute he was a late lunge, a Danny Ricciardo-esque move, but thought better of it. Lucas holds on. Dan Murphy does pit, surely for soft tyres, and Dan Murphy will be pretty exciting to watch at the end. He could get a fast lap of the race, Dan Murphy, in fact.
He would drop him back into 10th, I think.
Yeah, I think he would. Maybe between Dutch Dave and Blas. And he will be super quick at the end. So Dutch Dave has got through. Where is Blas? Comments on YouTube. Lennon feels like he's driving a boat. Yeah, T Sammy right behind him, but he will try and get to that battle shortly. But as Jamie has no penalties and Lucas is 3 seconds as it stands. Oh, Deneen 3 seconds. I thought it was Jamie. So Deneen now has, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds in total.
Yeah, it wouldn't lose him any positions.
It won't, but it will throw him out this battle completely ahead of him. He's not doing himself any favours. Jamie still penaltyless. Down the start finish straight, there you go again. Still nothing doing for Jamie. Closing, but not enough. On the braking, Lucas nice and calm. He'll be praying for a Jamie penalty. In the meantime, T Sammy, there is T Sammy in 7th, the Greek driver right behind the English winner Lennon. Crazy Power, by the way, now within DRS of Vanquish. Vanquish could be going down to 5th place. And
I've been on board with Lucas the last few laps. It looks like he's been there all the time. I mean, I don't mean just mean today's race. I mean the full season.
Yeah, he looks like a regular front runner. T Sammy 3 seconds. Oh, come on, let's have that Jamie now. But look, oh, Jamie's literally pushing Lucas along now. Oh, he's just got 8 laps to hold on, but I don't think Lucas just seems to be struggling. How are those hard tyres managing, I wonder? Deneen getting ever closer in the background, but he's got a big penalty of 8 seconds. I just feel is Lucas holding up Jamie into Deneen now. Crazy Power right behind Vanquish. Lennon and T Sammy and nose to tail as well, with Dutch Dave closing them up. But here we go again, start finish straight. Lap 29. 6 laps to go. Lucas leads on the track, but with that penalty, oh, I just feel for him. Belgium, he was going to win the wet. He made the wrong call on the tyres. He lost out there, and I got a horrible feeling he's going to lose out today unless Jamie makes a mistake and drops down. What about Crazy Power and Vanquish? 2 Ferraris and nose to tail here. This is for 4th place. T Sammy, will he try a move on Lennon? Yes, he is. Lennon's got front wing damage on the harder tyre. T Sammy goes on the outside. good late braking there, but can he get the switch back? Has he done the switch back? Where are they? Round they come. No. Oh, that's an ambitious move from T. Sammy. And Dutch Dave is closing in on them. So we've got a 3-car battle brewing here as well. 2 Ferraris nose to tail. The 2 leaders nose to tail. It's all closed up again. It's all got exciting.
I think his Vanquish can't let his team boy, but
oh, he really can't.
Championship.
He really can't. Vanquish finishing 5th would let Deneen close right on him. The thing is, Deneen is on course.
Jamie.
So here we go. Jamie is on course now, and this is as close as he has been. It's only 3/10 of a second. This is the closest he's been so far. Lap 30 they start. Will he have a late lunch? No. And I just wonder if Jamie knows it's not worth the risk because Lucas has that penalty. Will he have a go into turn 2? Blas picks up a penalty. The answer is no. He will tuck under the rear wing of the Toro Rosso. He's literally just toying with Lucas in front of him.
I wonder if he knows.
He knows. He must know. If they had the same amount of penalties, I think Jay would have gone for it by now. Like I said, I think he's toying with him. Crazy Power still stuck behind, and now we've got Lennon, Dutch Dave, and where's T. Sammy gone? Where are they? Where's T. Sammy? He's got damage. I think he's hit Lennon. And all of a sudden, Dutch Dave could be picking up 2 easy places here. I did see a bit of Debbie fly off as he came to them. T. Sammy struggling in the background. Dutch Dave running outside. Now, again down the outside, Lennon defending for what it's worth. As you can see, he's got front wing damage to his front wing there. Dan Murphy's quickly catching the back of T. Sammy, who's now got damage. I tell you what, Dan Murphy could pick up some places here.
Jamie is a lot closer this time.
Here we go again. Oh, it's even closer. It's just 3/10. Deneen watching in the background. Will Lucas defend it? Yes, he does. Jamie will have to run the long way around the outside. Dan Murphy has passed T. Sammy. Now they have the inside. DRS wide open for Jamie again. This time down the inside. This time he goes for it. Oh, can he get the brakes? Lucas will have the inside to the second part. Great driving between the two of them. Lucas holds on. Fantastic driving between Lucas and Jamie there. And Deneen getting ever closer. Crazy Power is still stuck behind Vanquish. I wonder if Crazy Power is playing the team game here. I wonder if Crazy Power and Lennon and Dutch Dave. So here we go again. Dutch Dave down the inside. Lennon. This is for 6th place, and through he goes. Lennon has absolutely no reply. T. Sammy pits for a new front wing. He should still score a point. By the way, Dan Murphy now is 6 seconds behind Lennon, so he'll be catching this battle very, very shortly as well. In the meantime, Jamie, 4 laps to go, but as it stands, that penalty, that 3-second penalty, is going to cost Lucas a win, a first ever win. Jamie a bit further back this time, but as you can see, closing in, doesn't want to do it. Deneen's going to be an interested spectator very shortly as well. How much involved will he get with his 8 seconds worth of penalties? Crazy Power down the outside of Vanquish. The 2 Ferraris wheel to wheel. Do they make contact? No. Has Crazy Power done it? He has. Down the inside, the Italian beats the Dutchman. And Crazy Power takes 4th place of his team at the championship leader. And
so if Jamie can get past Lucas, he'll get
25 points. So he had a 4-point advantage. So
11-point lead in the championship.
Wow, well, how it turns. And Deneen would be closing in on Vanquish. The 3 championship contenders are all going to score big. Well, Deneen and Jamie are. Oh, Lucas. He literally...
should.
Yeah, provisional at the moment. Lucas will just be praying that Jeff comes on the radio saying that Jamie's got a penalty. Deneen now I tell you what, Deneen could do Lucas a favour here. If Deneen can get involved, 2 laps to go. Can Deneen, who's now in DRS, get involved in this group? He's got 8 seconds of penalties. Meanwhile, Dan Murphy is still catching the back of Lennon. As Jacob, another new set of softs, wants the fastest lap. He won't get it because he's 11th, so even if he gets the point, it won't count. You've got to be top 10 fastest lap. And he's 27 seconds adrift of T. Sammy. Now, I wonder if Deneen, right behind Jamie, will give Jamie a wake-up call, and Jamie might think, well, maybe I don't want to be involved with the Irishman behind me. Oh, I thought Jamie cut the curb.
He's been doing that. He's done that every single lap I've been on board with him.
It seems to be quite lenient on those curbs as Jamie runs wide again. And there is Deneen. So we've got a three-car battle for the lead. Sadly, two of them have penalties. It's Jamie who is in the hot seat right now, and he will know it. He can't do anything stupid. Crazy Power, 11 seconds in. Crazy Power, by the way, has had a fantastic race. What's his position change? He's been up 4. Dan Murphy, Blaz, T. Sammy, all up big as well. They've benefited from the chaos that's been happening. Now then, lap 34.
How interested is Deneen going to be?
I wonder. Deneen's closing now. Jamie's got to be a little bit nervous here, because Deneen is tucked up behind. Deneen and Jamie are separated by 10 points in the championship. Jamie second, Deneen third. Vanquish championship leader down in 5th. Oh, and Jamie nearly going into the back of Lucas. They're hard ties, they're struggling a little bit. Crazy Power, 3 seconds. That will put Vanquish back to 5th. Oh, this ever-changing race, this ever-changing championship. It changes by... Oh, Deneen! Is he having to move with his own Jamie? He tried it. Deneen is interested. Jamie's going to be sweating here. He knows that if he can survive the next lap and a half, he's won this race. But Deneen's not going to make it easy for him. Lucas will be praying in Greek, English, whatever language, that Jamie makes a mistake and is taken out or gets a penalty. 2 come in, but it's for Lennon and it's for Dutch Dave, which may put Dan Murphy net 7th, by the way. Here we go, the run to the last lap. Jamie now looks more hungry for Lucas. He knows he's got Deneen pressing behind. Now Jamie may go for it. Lucas goes defensive though. Jamie around the outside. This is for the lead. He can't do it. Where's Deneen? Will Deneen have a go for second place?
Deneen has got a run on him.
Oh, good driving, boys. I thought Jamie ran wide. I thought Deneen was going to have a go. Deneen may have a little sniff up the hill. Lucas needs a mistake from Jamie. He needs a penalty. Jamie's getting restless. All of a sudden, Deneen's kicked him into life. But there's no more overtaking zones. Jacob penalty. I thought that was Jamie.
They all come up totally.
It's Jamie penalty. Jamie is set to take the championship lead. What a round. Oh, it's all over for Lucas. It's all over for Lucas. 6 seconds of penalties. Jamie's set to win it. He's set to take the championship lead. Vanquish will finish 4th for Crazy Power's penalty. Lucas will cross the line in first, but it's going to be Jamie. Lucas should... Oh, and Deneen's beaten Jamie. Wow.
Deneen's beat Lucas, how's that? He must have saved his penalty.
Well, 3 seconds, so Deneen had some sort of penalty, but Lucas... It's third for Lucas. It's still a podium, and I think Lucas will be happy with a podium. Vanquish, the championship leader, finishes 4th. So the 3 championship contenders all finish in the top 4. Lucas, a fantastic 3rd place. He will be gutted. I'm sure he'll be happy, but gutted at the same time as all the hell breaks loose between the Ferraris. Vanquish, championship leader, finishes 4th. Crazy Power 5th. Dutch Davis 6th. Dan Murphy, as Lennon's crashed over the line. Dan Murphy finishes 7th. I can't help but feel that Dan Murphy feels that he could have finished higher than that if he wasn't taken out by Maxi. Lennon, first points of the season for Lennon. No, because he would have had to stop. His mediums wouldn't have gone to the end, would they? So he would have had to have stopped. First points of the season for Lennon. Wow, that got crazy at the end. Dutch Day said he broke his wing 2 times by people driving on the inside. Yeah, driving standards looked like they were getting messy down the midfield. Sean says brilliant race, gutted for Lucas. Yeah. Oh, Lucas. One day, Lucas, it will come. Jamie wins. Jamie is now the championship leader. Deneen will close right as well. I think the top 3 in the championship will be separated by less than 14 points now. It's my on the spot math is terrible. All I know is we do now have a real 3-horse fight.
I think Jamie will get about a 9-point lead.
9-point lead. Vanquish will hold probably a. Oh, I don't even want to guess. Brilliant result for Lucas. He was outside the top 10 of the championship. He now will jump in the top 10, no doubt about that. Crazy Power. Another top 5 for Crazy Power. Brilliant consistency from him. Dutch Dave 6th after his adventures as well. Dan Murphy will be... I'm not sure how Dan Murphy will feel. I think he knows he could have done a lot better. Lennon, first points of the season. Blaz Knight. T Sammy. Well done, T Sammy. Another point for T Sammy. Keeps picking up those points. Just reading the chat. Lucas, well done. Good drive, Lucas. Lennon could have challenged for a podium. So many of these guys could have challenged for the podium. Lucas says, first time ever I led from start to finish. I know. And then as he crossed the line, P3. I think he would have been a bit surprised by Deneen as well. I am. But what a race. Yet again, the elite never fails to disappoint. That was
it's been fantastic to see every single race has thrown up something.
Dan Murphy, yeah, this is exactly what I thought I saw. So Dan Murphy said he had Maxi, he had the Flying Souls recovering on track just in front of him, and Maxi didn't really do the avoiding action. Oh, good timing, Lucas. See, that's Lucas. That's baby Lucas gutted for Greek Lucas.
Greek Lucas.
All the Lucases are sad. Right, guys, that was round 13 from this. I'm gonna have to wrap this up very quick. Matt, wrap it up, Matt.
Yep,
wrap it up.
Round 13, IRC Elite League. Congratulations to Jamie taking the win. Congratulations to Lucas, led from start to finish. And we will see you all next week with hopefully Sean back.
Sean will hopefully be back, as it will be round 14 from Monza. Home race for Ferrari and Crazy Power. But we will put the standings up ASAP. Thank you to everybody who's watched and commented.
Just Luke, there's no Super League stream tomorrow.
There's no Super League stream tomorrow, unfortunately, unless any of the elite drivers want to give it a go. Greek guys, fancy give it a go, Greek guys. But hard luck, Lucas. That first win evades him again. But he will jump into the top 10 with that result. Probably my driver of the day. Led from start to finish. He was a complete outsider. And well done, Lucas. My driver of the day. Matt, driver of the day?
You can't look past Lucas, mate. I can't see anybody voting for anybody else.
Complete outsider. He came into the championship, came into this round in 14th in the championship. So an absolute outstanding. Flying Soz, I think, would have had the pace as well, but it all got messy in the early stages of the race. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Sean should be back next week for round 14 from Monza. Good night.